Hi everyone, it's Chenzo from Reality Art Pod here to talk about the challenge All Stars 4, Episode 10, titled It Was a Good J. Before I dive in, I put a link in the description so you could watch my playlist, catch up on recaps that you missed. If you like the videos, consider liking and subscribing, but let's dive into it. The episode starts with Kara narrating her second episode of the season, furthering this all feeling like the Kara show, which it kind of is, and they tell us that there's only one challenge left before the final, and time is running out. They come to the house and Kara has a good luck Beanie Boo that's so cute. The house isn't as upset as I thought they'd be following Cam's elimination, with Leroy packing up her stockpile of frozen milk.
Kingston about to be able to eat for days.
And he seems in really positive, hopeful spirits. Laurel and Nicole are doing what they do, fondling, now in the pantry. Laurel tells us that she doesn't feel sympathy for Cam because Cam put herself in the bottom by doing poorly in the challenge and quitting. Laurel was confident last episode that she would have more opportunities to get a star, but there are confessionals from multiple players feeling like Laurel done goofed and lost her opportunity. Plenty of players are starless and hope to have their opportunity to get one. Ryan's plan to get a star is to go against Jay into elimination this round. We get some romantic moments with Steve and Adam reflecting on their 22-year-long friendship, starting with their Road Rules season. I really wish my fam at P+ would put all of the Road Rules, Real World, and Challenge seasons on the site, especially after showing us flashback clips that could maybe make us want to watch the show. Seems like a missed opportunity to get my precious clicks and views. Derek also says when he wins, he's going to build a retirement home in Arizona for he and Ryan to live with their cats and be sisters. They head to their challenge where TJ motorbikes in slow motion to Pony by Genuine. Why does this song so effectively turn me into a feral werewolf? TJ tells them that this will be a men's elimination called Roll With It. Players will be in shopping carts with a lasso and they need to lasso posts to pull themselves from start to finish. This looks so fun and like every kid's dream. The fastest man and woman will be the winners and the bottom 3 men and women will form the losing group where the men will be eligible for elimination. And another song plays that makes me go feral, Cotton Eye Joe, as the players fumble around with their lassos. Sometimes when I'm alone, I sing Cotton Eye Joe, though I don't know the words. Ace is demolishing this challenge with some lasso experience from the past, I guess, but Jay figures out he can just start pushing himself along and pushes himself past Ace into winning the daily for the guys. At this point, any guy without a star should try to throw this because if you're in the middle, you won't be able to go into elimination and get a star. Derek keeps trying and so does Ace, but Ace randomly rolls away, accidentally bettering himself. Some of the girls are completely floundering, but Laurel wins the daily for the girls and Ace joins the middle group. The editors put silhouettes of the rest of the players who are eventually going to fill out the middle group on the bottom blacked out, and it's so obvious who's going to be the middles, which as a viewer I found really annoying. So the middles end up being Ace, Derek, Adam, Nicole, and Kara, leaving Ryan, Steve, and Leroy in the bottom and up for elimination. Jay is already mentally committed to throwing himself into elimination, and when asked, he promises Leroy that if Leroy's in the bottom, he'll save him. Ryan also volunteers to go into elimination at this point. Jay and Laurel get a random prize for winning. TJ leaves and they pop bottles and drink champagne. Back at the house, Jay and Ryan want to go against each other because they're the smaller guys and it's an even matchup. Steve is confident he'll be safe, so he goes to shower, which he describes to nauseating detail. Then Ace and Ryan talk, and Ryan has now decided that he doesn't want to go into elimination anymore. He's scared to go against Jay, and he's very, very confident there will be more opportunities to get stars coming up. Leroy and Kara grow annoyed with Ryan for not wanting to go in anymore, and they ask Ace what kind of deal he has with Ryan that he has to protect him, and this question fries Ace's motherboard.
I promise, it was,
Before nominations, Ryan tells Jay that he no longer wants to go in, which makes Jay lose some respect for Ryan. In the nominations, the majority respects Ryan's decision not to go in, with Ace especially being really conflicted and feeling guilty for nominating Steve. So Steve and Leroy end up nominated, with Steve feeling betrayed by Adam for turning on him. At the elimination, Ace is still upset about his vote, and Leroy tells Ace that it's cool and nobody's really upset with him. They'll be playing Shish Stack. They have to race into a tank to get puzzle pieces one at a time and stack them from darkest to lightest. Jay says he's at a disadvantage because he can't hold his breath and he's partially colorblind, but he still steps up and sends himself into elimination, replacing Leroy and fulfilling his commitment, which gets respect from TJ. The players sensually strip down, and so does TJ, who's truly in his camp era. They get started and Jay is just quicker than Steve in the beginning, so at one point Steve decides to skip the ladder and jump down, which looks like it would obliterate my knees if I did that. The elimination is tight and it comes down to the last poll with Steve having all of his pieces and Jay still has pieces in the tank. Steve finishes his third poll and eliminates Jay in his first ever elimination. So we have to say goodbye to Jay here, who we last saw quitting a final because he couldn't drink a drink, and this season for the most part he was there. He was a loyal soldier to Kara and a friend to many. I'm surprised it took so long for Jay to come back to the challenge. I feel like he had a lot of potential and I'm glad he's back. I feel like this return was really good for him. In the long term, he makes strong relationships and allies with Kara, Cam, Leroy, some of the really connected vets who are really going to help him if he decides to be a regular challenger, which I think he is. I really can't fault him for much. He seemed to play a pretty flexible game and did well in challenges. The only thing he could have done better was win this elimination, but you can't fault him for it. He tried. After Jay's departure, Steve takes revenge on Adam for voting for him by taking Adam's star and giving it to Ace, which ends the episode with Adam absolutely ripping Steve a new one in confessional.
There's also a reason that you don't have any friends, in real life and here. You are just so dead to me, man. But you can sit and spin, bitch.
We have 2 episodes left, and TJ says the people who don't have stars may be too late. And in the beginning of the episode, they said there was 1 challenge left, and now that challenge happened, but we saw a preview where the people who didn't have stars were playing in a challenge. Speculating about what's going to happen next episode is truly making my brain melt, so help me out in the comments. What do you think is going to happen? I'm excited to chat with you all below, but that's all I have to say about this week's episode. If you liked the video, give me a like and subscribe. I'll be back next Wednesday to talk about more challenge. I'm going to try to wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning to get that video to you as soon as possible. So if you see a video from me at 6 a.m. next Wednesday, you will know that I'm a real one. Until next time, have a nice week. Bye.